What's up, my Yugi Bros? I'm your host, the one, the only, the RJB0. Welcome to Casual Friday. I am back at Nick Gibson's house. He is hanging out over there. We're all chilling. There's Beau from the internet, Beau. This is Tayler Quon, the original Casual Friday.
Thanks, guys.
And let's get to answering some questions. But first, the next great Yugi-tuber final round is happening right now. What the hell did I just do to my hair? Anyway, and DualRock88 is actually a freaking amazing Yugi-tuber. Like, there's a really good reason why he's in the finals, and that reason is the reason why it is currently a 7-vote game. I am ahead by exactly 7 votes as of the last time I counted, which means it's really close, which means at any moment he could pull ahead, which means that I need all of your help, and I mean every single one of you, and it's super simple. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to my entry video. Just hit that thumbs up button, and if all of you do that, then it's fairly certain that I'm going to win this. I mean, fairly certain, because this guy has basically all of Europe behind him when it comes to this competition, so you never know. So I really do need all of your help, but let's get to answering some of your questions. We start with Gene Salgado, who asks, RJ Senpai, that's quite a way to begin. This is going to be a roller coaster the whole way through. Do you think Thunder Family will get more support in the future? I run the deck and keep hoping that Bro Hunter will come to life out of the manga someday. Am I wrong in remembering that Bro Hunter is like a 200 attack point vanilla? It's a vanilla? No, the one that we really want is Otonari Thunder, which is level 4 with 500 attack that says if you control multiple Hunter monsters, you can special summon it from your deck. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, Otonari Thunder, if you control multiple Thunder monsters, then it can special summon itself from the deck. That's the one I'm looking for. Isn't that dumb? Anyway, so that's the Thunder support that I'm hoping to get. From Alex Bell, what are your thoughts on the most recent support revealed for Secrets of Eternity? People are hyping the X-Saber spell, but I don't think it's that great. I think they're all awful. Like, have any of you guys seen any old deck support that has been decent from Secret of Eternity?
No, sir.
Oh, except Volcanics. The frickin' Volcanic magazine is stupid. But aside from that, they're all ass. From Zerakite, Denko Seka, will you be running it in your Thunder Family builds? I know... Yeah, Nick basically said it before I got to it. It's not searchable by Thunder Seahorse, which you mentioned. It's also not recyclable with recycling batteries. And the Zerakite asks about replacing Watt Giraffe with it, and the problem with that is, like, once you make the Xyz monster, all of your protection goes away, as opposed to Watt Giraffe, which after you attack directly, your opponent can't do shit for the rest of the turn. From Andrew Davis, what do you think of the Kawaki Meru Fire Fist combination? Do you think it's better than 3.5 axis Fire Fist or worse? I was talking about this last night because I was testing 3.5 axis. What I really need for 3.5 axis is another good fire formation. Like, a lot of people run Gyoko, but I really think that Gyoko is awful. I know that Beau disagrees on this point, but, like, so I think in general, 3.5 axis is not as good as a lot of other builds. I'm not certain if it's not as good as the Kawaki Meru build. I'd say the +1 or fat build is better than any of them right now. Hades X736 says, what card do you reckon could come back from the Forbidden list, ignoring Dark Strike Fighter as it got the errata? Well, Raigeki came back, anything's possible. This is one of those questions that I get fairly frequently. I really should stop answering it because I never actually have a good answer afterward. It's always, Raigeki came back, I have no idea what the hell this game is anymore.
Heavy Storm would be nice.
Fuck Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm, like, the only thing worse than Heavy Storm to come back is Giant Trunade. Like, fucking Heavy Storm is the worst shit.
Time Seal could come back.
Time Seal could come back. Fucking nobody would care if Time Seal came back, except Slate Warrior. Slate Warrior would freak out. Time Seal came back to 3, fucking nobody would use it. David Casimir says, I know Wolfbark is back, but what is making them not as good as they should be? I assume you're talking about Fire Fist, and the thing that is making them not as good as they should be is that Bear doesn't do nearly as much as it used to do. From... Oh, geez, this is Auroral Impulse. Aurora Impulse. Let's go with that one. Hey, RJB0, do you think Dragon Ravine may return next format for supporting Dragunity's new card? And if it comes back, would the Dragon Rulers be banned, or will Konami have both one Ravine and one of each Dragon Ruler? I think in order for that card to do anything, they would have to bring Ravine back. but I don't think bringing Ravine back to 1 is going to motivate Konami to ban the rulers. So I can see Konami bringing back Ravine, but if Ravine is only at 1, they're probably not going to ban the rulers. If they were to bring Ravine back to 3, they might, but by that time, I think the Dragon Rulers would be so irrelevant in the scheme of things that, like, unless they brought the rulers back to 2, which, I mean, I'd be okay with because I'm a big fan of Dragon Rulers. Unless they did that, then there wouldn't be a clash between the existence of Ravine and the existence of rulers. Simo asks, what do you think about the new UA support coming out of Next Challengers? UA is cool, but it's not unfair, and so it's never going to be Tier 1 until they get something unfair. Pretty much. That's how the game works. I think that it's something that you could do stuff at locals with, but it's never going to be... Well, I can't say never because it's an exclusive archetype, which means that we have no idea what the support is going to look like in the future, but as it looks like right now, I don't think the UA is a competitive archetype. From Jake Craig, we have you read There Will Come Soft Rains? I assume that's a book title. I assume a sci-fi book based on last week's discussion, and I have not. I have recently been testing TG Stun again, and it has been working good against the metal. I'm assuming that was autocorrect, and it's just fun overall. What are your thoughts on it? This is from Team Adulce OTK. I don't really think it basically does Burning Abyss stuff except worse. And it can run Skill Drain, which is really bad against Clifforts because Clifforts like Skill Drain. So I just don't see it being particularly successful in the coming meta. And the other thing is that even Skill Drain, which is the biggest asset to the deck, is really bad against Burning Abyss. So you've got 2 matchups in which Skill Drain isn't going to do anything for you. The Anarchist asks, have you ever seen Red Dwarf? No, I haven't. Have any of you seen Red Dwarf?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a TV show. Okay, I haven't.
Sounds racist.
From Cold Stare 993, hi RJB0, how do you see Madolce and Plant Synchro in the future? Unless Plant Synchro gets some better non-tuners, I think it's going to be pretty terrible for a long time, and I think Madolces have pretty much seen their prime. It's always going to be one of those things that, like, every once in a while you're going to lose to it at a regional because you weren't expecting to play against it and it's just going to OTK you, but other than that, like, it's not going to be a factor. Eric Nilsson asks, how often are you in IKEA? That's a really weird and stalkery question to ask. Like, I'm kind of concerned for my safety now. Are you, like, trying to find out if I'm going to be in IKEA on a certain day so that we can, like, I don't know. I think I've been to IKEA, like, twice in my life. I hardly ever go there. Galactic God asks, what do you think you learned most from your time in the Next Great YouTuber competition? I think I learned that presentation is a really important part of YouTubing. I never really focused a lot on the visual presentation of my show until I was in the Next Great YouTuber, and I realized that the main complaint that people had with my videos was that they weren't particularly, like, visually interesting. I think in terms of specifics, I've learned that breaking up a video into different sections and labeling the sections and talking about only one topic at a time when I make a video makes the videos seem shorter and allows me to do more thorough discussions without people getting bored. That's been super cool. And I've also been learning that there are a ton of awesome YouTubers out there that I hadn't heard of before the Next Great YouTuber competition. I met up with Simo because of it. Ryan Nisker, all sorts of cool people that I learned about because of this competition. So that's what I'd say. Those were the most important things that I've learned from the Next Great YouTuber. Ninja Neos IV says, if you could give ninjas one card to fix their problems, what would it do? I think they need another ninja monster that you could search out with Hanzo. Like, Upstart Golden Ninja is good because it gets Hanzo from the deck, but then Hanzo only searches for another Upstart Golden Ninja after you summon the Hanzo. So if they had a decent ninja monster that maybe had, like, I don't know. Maybe, what if it was a ninja monster that when it's normal summoned, it adds a ninjutsu spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand? Because you're going to be discarding ninjutsu arts for Upstart Golden Ninja to summon the Hanzo, but then you search the monster, normal summon it, and add it to your graveyard to your hand. That would be super cool. Oh, hey, the RJB0 from Keith Harrison. What do you think of the new Burning Abyss cards? I think the monsters, for the most part, are pretty terrible. I think Alich is like a one-of, and Kalkab is like a one-of. Fire Lake is stupid. Rubik is just necessary because of Virgil. But I do personally think that Burning Abyss is going to be the best deck accompanying this format. I think that between Fire Lake and Virgil, they got everything they needed to have. Jason Bai asks, what do you think of Junk Doppel this format? Ha, we just had this discussion last night. It's awful, this format. Depending on if any of the new support that they're going to be getting is really good. I know that we've had Scrap Iron Statue announced, and it looks pretty terrible. I was really disappointed in it. I'm just kind of hoping that things like Jet Synchron and Synchron Carrier are as good as they look like they are from the wiki articles. Zombie Killer 619 asks, hey, RJB0, if you like sci-fi, do you like Doctor Who? I am about to answer that question. There it is. Well, you couldn't see my shirt before, so here it is. Yeah, this should answer your question. I got this on the 50th anniversary. So pretty. Anyway, so that is my Q&A. Once again, please do check out the link in the description below and hit the thumbs up on the video you find there. I really need all of your help in order to win this competition. It would be so cool. And also remember that if I win this competition, you might get to see me dancing to and or parodying Queen. That is motivation. Thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, the one, the only, the RJB0, and if you have any questions you want me to ask during the next Casual Friday, ask them in the comment section below, and of course subscribe for more decks, discussion, analysis, and general Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans. I'm your host, the one, the only, the RJB0, and I got a jet.